Non-Americans, what do you think every American person has in their house? Peanut butter. I'm an American and it is rare that I don't have peanut butter in my home. Because you are sensible and it's delicious. Came here looking for jokes, found a bunch of people describing my home. Edit, thanks for the upvotes and awards. I guess people like to hear simple truths. Thank. Multiple different types of weird sauces. They take up 14 of my fridge, I didn't realize this is weird. Don't let the King of England barge into your fridge and shame you. Freedom is weird, man. As if they didn't try and conquer half the world for some sugar and spices. As an American I was expecting guns, but ranch dressing hurt for some reason. Drywall, lots of drywall. It's fire safety. Our houses are built out of wood, not stone. Even the brick one's just a brick on the outside. Drywall is just gypsum plaster between two sheets of paper to give it strength so that it can be made into 8x4 segments used in construction. Back to the fire safety. Gypsum plaster absorbs water from the air and can take 2+ hours to burn through. So it gives you crucial time to exit a house during a fire. It's very common here, Norway, in somewhat newer houses, but in a bit older houses it's quite unusual. A sofa that faces a studio audience. When you walk into your living room and you hear the applause, it really helps you get through your day. Or when you walk into a friend's house and all the ladies do the hot guy scream. Why have I never heard oh? That garbage disposal thing I always see in shows and movies at a top date. In 10 hours, I've gotten nearly 20k upvotes and 317 replies. Some of you dudes and dudettes have very passionate opinions about your garbage disposals, I love it. Plastic bags. A plastic bag filled with plastic bags. Though a lot of stores are going plastic bag free lately, depending on your state. The bag of bags is a time-honored tradition in many American homes. You can fit so many bags in this bag. And some of the bags have bags in them. Air conditioning. I think this is where the size of the US comes in. Some areas would seem uninhabitable without air conditioning and/or heat. But some places you wouldn't really need one or the other. Yay, in New Mexico most of our population growth didn't happen until after AC became a thing. Scorching summers and freezing winters. Yep, here in Las Vegas there are programs that provide no-cost air conditioners to pretty much anyone who qualifies. People die here every year because of the heat. AC is seen as a necessity here. Edit, while people have opinions about living in the desert. Not everyone has the resources to leave, even if they wanted to. Also, Vegas is real good with water. Place your blame on Oz and CA. Laundry dryer. In my country almost everyone dries their laundry on a wire outside, so the concept of a dryer is baffling to me. I only see them in American movie shows. Do majority of you have it or not? The majority of us either have it, or have access to one, such as a shared laundry room in an apartment complex. Those who don't have one usually go to something called a laundromat, where it's basically just a room with a dozen or so quarter-operated washers and dryers. Almost no one, and no one I know, uses a clothesline to dry clothes. Where I live it would be a nightmare. It's either raining, so humid you can dang near drink the air, or snowing. Sometimes they'll do all three just to make us question why we live here. Edit, yes to everyone asking if I am from Michigan, I am. Edit 2, thank you for all of the upvotes, this makes a record amount for me by a mile. You have all brightened my day. Edit 3, thank you to AskSpeed for the clarification. Yes, it takes far more than a single quarter to wash clothes. Very quickly becomes expensive to wash clothes at a laundromat. Thank you for explaining. I live in Serbia and most of the time you can dry your clothes outside, except winter obviously. But one time while at my sister's I had to dry some clothes for vacation that was tomorrow. The weather was bad and you simply can't find a dryer anywhere here. So we had to rig a portable AC unit with 2 hair dryers behind and put the clothes on a rack to dry it lol. And that was me being lucky, if not for that unit I would have had to dry each one with hair dryer. And your creative ingenuity coupled with necessity is likely more or less how the dryer was invented lol. I'm convinced almost every American has a mountain of pillows on their bed. Not a mountain but perhaps a small hill. A hill I'd die on. It's very comfy, that's for sure. A garage fridge. Filled with beer and frozen boxes of crap from Costco. Jeans. I wear blue jeans 365 days a year. What do you do on leap years? Birthday suit. Oh, the washing machines where you put everything in the top. This fascinated me when we visited the States. They're huge. Yes, and a matching dryer. They make those as well. A top-loading dryer? This thread is really making me question if European houses are just empty boxes with a singular bag of tea in them. That's so insulting. Therese, lots of tea. Edit, thanks for all the awards and upvotes, peeps. Can't believe this is the comment that did it, haha. The irony is that even though I'm European on it technically, I don't even live in Europe. Unless entry to Eurovision counts. Oh my god, these are ducking terrifyingly accurate. Fridge with ice dispenser built in. As an American living in Amsterdam, I miss my ice dispenser. Dude, I miss ice anywhere in Europe. Cereal. I buy Reese's Pieces cereal for dessert instead of ice cream. Some American cereals are ridiculous. Edit, most. Put them in ice cream. Better yet, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, life-changing. An American. Except in the bathroom, then European. A dishwasher. I wish I am the dishwasher. I told my husband I needed a Maytag tattoo on my forehead. He then bought me a portable dishwasher. Popcorn setting on their microwave. Large quantities of over-the-counter drugs in huge bottles. Like Tylenol and ibuprofen? Yes, actually. Costco $3.99 for 500 Benadryl and $5.99 for 500 ibuprofen for the win. Oh shit, really? I'm traveling to the US in December and now I know what souvenirs I'm bringing back. LPT, if you don't have a Costco membership, just buy a gift card for any amount and you can go right in and shop. Pig out at the food court. Foot-long hot dogs, pizza, froyo. Might as well catch American diabetes while you're here. The amount of garbage disposal comments got me crying Lamau. In the UK our food gets composted by the council in many areas. So we set it out in a little bin every week. In India, or more accurately, in my city, we set out dry garbage and wet garbage separately, until we realized the garbage collecting guy just dumped everything in the same container anyway. Every American household have a drawer full with random shit, dyed batteries, screws, shoelace, etc. Called a junk drawer smile. They all have that distinct junk drawer smell too, like old playing cards. I can't believe how ducking accurate this is. Mine is full of bread ties and random other junk but has that smell. Every one I've ever opened has that same smell. Individual cans or bottles of soft drinks. I came here ready to roll my eyes at the expected responses, but instead I'm here to confirm your accusations. Peanut butter? Check. Ice in the fridge door? Check. In sink disposal? Check. Individual soft drinks? Check. Looks side to side then goes to the window to find Euro Redditors staring back. Eggs in the fridge. Like we have a choice. Us and another handful of countries require this by health code and I don't really remember why. It has to do with whether or not the eggs are washed. American eggs are sanitized, removing the outer protective layer of the shell. This leaves it porous and susceptible to bacteria entering the egg. So in short, breakfast with eggs tray steps. Barbecue sauce. This is the most wholesome I've felt about my country in a while. Lol, yes, peanut butter, air conditioner, disposal in the sink.